Hello, welcome to Not IT. Today we are going to talk a very important topic that we call internet. What is internet? It seems like a ridiculous question, but remember, the way how things are in themselves is not the same way how we perceive them. It's just our perspective. And this is not only internet, this is everywhere. This is anything. If you think about it, you will find out that internet is doing only one thing. It's take the information from here and send it here, from point A to point B, or take it from point B and send it to point A. That's it. But the question is, how is doing it? How can I sit down on my plate from my device or from my PC? I type, for example, let's say I type, for example, notit.com, and immediately I see the page on my desktop. Where this page was, and how it's getting my computer. Or how can I be here and send someone a text message to United States or France or anywhere in the globe? How this message are working? What's going on behind? And this is internet. Today I'm gonna explain you what's going on at the back of the sand, on the sea. What's going on? I'm not going to tell you what is in the superficial. We're going to talk about the protocols, the rules, the instructions that the internet is following to send and receive messages, or finding information from one place to another place. How this internet is doing it is what we are going to talk today. And keep watching. I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say you have a family, or you have a friend who is in France. For example, imagine you are in Dakar, for example. You are in Dakar here, okay? You have your phone. Someone is in France. Let's say Paris, okay? He's here and have his device, have his phone, okay? You are here, have your phone, and you want to send him a message. You want to send him a message directly. So, but in your house, you have what we call a router. Okay, you have what we call a router, and he also have a router. Okay, uh, I'm going to tell you a secret, and I want you to remember that the messages you're sending to someone, they don't go directly to that person. Remember, the message you send it to the message you send to someone in the WhatsApp or any application, the message is not going directly to his device. It's go directly where your device is connected. And when that person also reply back to you, that message go to where your phone is connected before coming to your phone. This is very important. And for example, imagine you want to send a message. This person who is in France, and he have his network, and you as in France, for example in Dakar, you have your network. What is a network? A network is your router, your network, your router in your house. Imagine you bought a router from a provider. You bring the router in your house. You have a network. That's your network. Okay, that's your network. You are the only one who have that network, and that network have what we call an IP address. You are the only one who have it. Okay, imagine now your phone is connected in the router. Okay, this is the router, and you're trying to send the message to your friend. First of all, the message is going to the router. Boom, because it's where your device is connected. Your phone is where it's connected. And then what happened? When the message get to the router, there will be two IP addresses. Okay, the sender and the receiver, the sender IP address and the receiver IP address. So point A, point B. So what happened? So the router will take off the IP address of your device and put his own IP address and the IP address where the device is going, where the message is going. But the message is not gonna go directly to this router. There are a lot of routers, plenty of routers over there. For example, let's say there's a router on here, there's a router here, there's a router on here, there's a router on here, okay, everywhere. So what happened? So your router will look at the closest router and forward the message in there. Okay. For example, let's say your router, there's a router on here. So what your router gonna do? You're gonna say it's going to send a message, hello to all the routers. You're gonna say hello to this router, hello to this, hello to this, hello to this, and then all these routers will reply back, hello to you, hello back to you, hello back to you, hello back to you, and then your router will calculate the distance between the routers when he send the hello and when he's receive it. Which hello get first, arrive first? The hello that arrive first will be the closest router. So it calculates the distance. So let's say this is the closest the closest router. It say 0.0 second. Okay, and then your message will arrive in this router, and then your router will this router will remove the IP address of this router and put his own router and the IP address of the destination, the sender. He put this out. What happened? This router also will look at the next routers, the closest routers. For example, let's say this is the closest router. He send this message here, and this router will remove the IP address of this router, put his own IP address, and the sender IP address, and then forward the message to that router. Okay, and this router also will remove the IP address of this router, put his own IP address and the IP address of the sender, and then send the message to the router. Let's say now your message is arrived on the network of your friend. Now the message is here, but there are a lot of devices that are connected in your network. So probably there is like your friend is connected on the router, or another on someone else is connected to the router. This one is the some other people. So also this one is connected in the router. So all these are connected on the router. So how the router can know which device, which device belong to this IP address? How can I know that? So what happened? So your device, your router will send the message to all these devices. The message that your friend sent, your router, as he don't know whose IP address is, who belong to this IP address. So what's going to do? He will send this IP. He will send the message to all these devices. Okay, but remember, your device, your IP address, you're the only one who have it. Is your unique number. This device doesn't have the same. Every device have its own IP address, but the router doesn't know this who belong to this IP address. So what's he gonna do? He will send the IP address to all the devices. Okay, he send to these devices. He send to the device. But as these devices doesn't have the same the IP address, that it doesn't belong to them. So what they're gonna do? They will block the message. They block the message. Okay, but this device will receive it because the IP address belongs to him. Okay, belongs to it. So what happens? So then the router will notify. So the router will say, oh, okay, so this IP address belongs to this device. So the router will take your IP address and put it on his table. The router have a table where he register all the IP addresses. Okay, so next time when your friend send you a message, the router will not share the message to all these devices because he already know the IP address, who own the IP address, and he send it to him directly. So that's how it works. So when your friend also want to reply back, The message go to the router, go to this router, the closest router, come to this router, come to this router, come to this, and then come to you. Before coming to your device, it go to the router where your message is connected. Okay, where your phone is connected before forwarding. But your router know already who on this IP address, so he gonna forward it to you directly. So this is how it works. I'm gonna give you a scenario in real life in the post office. Imagine now you have a friend who's living in France. Yes, let's say you are in Dakar. Yeah, your friend is in Paris. Okay, you want to send him a letter. Now it's not a message. You just want to send him a letter. So in that letter, what you're gonna do, you will put his name and his address. The address is the IP address. Okay, the address you put in there represented the IP address. So you take the packet, you send it to a post office. The post officer will look at the packet and look at the address, and they see that this packet have to go outside because the address is outside of the country. And there are a lot of type of transport. They are plane, that they can be by plane, it can be by boat. But let's say if with plane, your packet will be sent by plane. So what happened? So your friend will take the plane, will take will take the packet and send it to a post office. The post office will look at the address of the packet and send it to the airport. Okay, the post office in the airport will look at your IP address and know that this packet is going to France, and it will look at the which plane is going to France. It's not going to say to any plane which plane is going to France. So when it's sent to that plane, so the packet will get to Paris in the airport, the post office which is in the airport. Let's say in the Charles de Gaulle. When the packet arrives in Charles de Gaulle, those people will look at the packet, will look at the address. They say, yes, this packet is in France, is in Paris. But where exactly in Paris? Where your friend is located? Which side of Paris? So is where the post officer will look at the address and say, okay, let's say is in Créteil. Créteil is one of the places in Paris. So you look at the address. So this post officer will send the packet to a post office which is in Créteil. Okay, the post office in Créteil also look at the address. This post office doesn't know your post office in Dakar. He doesn't know about it. He just know that the packet is in Créteil, and now the person who should receive it is in Créteil. So now it's not going to send it to a pocket to a post office because the post office is in Créteil. So what happens? You're going to give it to someone else, a person, a courier, what we call the courier in English. So the courier will take the packet and come to your house. The courier will look at the packet, look at the address, come to your area. You will look at the street, and the door number. You come to the street and then you look at the door number. You knock your door and you open the door. You give you the packet. You receive the packet, and when if you want to receive the packet, if you want to send the packet to if you want to reply by, you're going to do the same thing. So this is how internet is working. So this is how messages are working inside the internet. It's the same protocol, the same instructions, the same method. So this post office, they represented the routers. These are the routers. Okay, this post office are the routers. They forward packets. They look at the address, forward the packet. They look at the address and forward the packet. Look at the next address and forward the packet. Okay, this is how it works. So now, this is for sending a message. Okay, so what about if you want to search something in the internet? So what's the instructions? Because here we are talking two devices. We are talking two devices. How they communicate? Two phones, two people that send the message each other. How the message are working inside. So now we are talking about when you upload a video in your TikTok account or on YouTube. Where these videos are going to store? Where are they? When you notoit.com is a website. It is in the internet. It is stored somewhere in a computer. So you can as long as you have an internet, you type notoit.com, the website will come to your device and you will see all the information. Okay, so where this information was, where this website was, the videos you uploaded, where they are located, because they are not stored, they are not occupying a memory, because these videos occupy a memory and they are not in your phone memory, so they should be somewhere. That's what we call, and so they are in a computer that we call a server. A server is a machine, is a computer that store information and share information. Okay, when you upload a video on your TikTok, that video will store in a server anywhere in the world. Maybe it can be stored in China. China have all the servers of TikTok. It can be stored in China. That video, or in France, or in United States, or United Kingdom. I don't know, anywhere in the world, because there are thousands of servers, uh, data centers. I call it data center. In that data center, every data center have more than like 200 or 1,000 of servers, and all these servers have a space of memory where everybody can store the information, can open accounts. So when you open account, that server, when you open account or TikTok account, that server will give you space. Okay, in this space you have your key. Okay, in that key that allow you where you can store your pictures, your videos, your personal informations. Okay, so let's say now, I'm gonna remove this and give you. Let's say now, for example, oops, I don't need it. Let's say, for example, you are here. Okay, you are here with your device. Okay, imagine, this is the server that I was talking now. This is the server, is where all the information are stored. When you type something, imagine that you type like notoit.com, or you type Google, you go to that on YouTube. You want to look at the videos of Noto IT. You type Noto IT. Okay, so what you're doing when you type Noto IT, you click enter. What you do, you send in a request. You want something. You send something in the internet. You want any information. You are requesting something. Let me call request. You are requesting something. Okay, what you requesting? You requested an information. The video of Noto IT. That what you're requesting, or the website of the Noto IT. You're requesting it to have it on your device. So what you do, you make it a request. Okay, you request from the server. What the server will do, the server will look at your IP address, the IP address of that request. He look at the IP address, he will analyze it, and he will find the website that belong to that IP address. And I'm going to tell you, the websites, www.notoit.com have an IP address. The IP address, and the IP address help you to get anything you want on the server. So the computers, the devices on the internet, they communicate with IP addresses. www.notoit.com, that's for you. A link is for you. The computer doesn't know what is Noto IT. They don't know what is Google. They don't know what is YouTube. They don't know what is TikTok. What they understand is IP address. Google have their own IP address, which is 8.8.8.8. This is the IP address of Google. If you go to Google, you type 888, you will see the Google. You will have the Google page. So imagine now, Noto80.com have an IP address 192.12.33.1. This is the IP address. So the computer will translate this. Will take your domain, which is your www.notoit.com. This will be translated to an IP address. So you get the IP address. From that IP address, the server will look at IP address and give you the right website. And then when it's analyzed the IP address, it will send it to you. It will send back to you the information. And from then you will receive the website on your device. Okay. So now I say that your IP address, not IT.com will be translated to an IP address. But how? There's a protocol, there's a domain that deal with that. That's what we call the DNS. DNS, this is the protocol that deal with the IP addresses. So when you type google.com, this will translate that to an IP address. From that IP address, the device will be communicating inside the internet. Google.com, that's for you. Not everybody can memorize numbers. We can't keep memorizing the numbers. Before giving someone, hey, my website is 192.12.33.1. Why not telling him my IP address, my website is not IT.com? It's much more easier, isn't it? So that's why. So when you click not IT.com, this domain, his role is to translate to an IP address, and from that IP address, you will get your, just the server will recognize who you are. Okay, and then once it recognizes you, it take the website that link it. Okay, the website that associated with the IP address, and send it to you on your device. Okay, so but which is so how this information get to here, and how is arriving here? I told you it's the IP address. Now the IP address is to recognize who you are. The IP address is to recognize who you are. But there should be something that should take the request to the server and send it back to you. And that's protocol what we call HTTP, Hypertext Transport Protocol Secure. Is hypertext HTTP, Hypertext Transport Protocol Secure. This is the protocol that deal with the requests. So when you request something, this protocol deal with the request is forward the request and send it back to you. Okay, that's why you see all the linkers, all the linkers they have like HTTPS, toolbars, and www.notit.com. So when you click on that, you will see this protocol. This is the protocol that deal with the links. Okay, it do the request and receive, request and you receive, acknowledge, receive, acknowledge, request, receive, and acknowledge. That's what we're doing. So all the information you're sending, or you're requesting, or all the count, all your videos, or anything you do on the internet, all this information are located in a server, in a server. That's what they call it also cloud, or nuage. Cloud is not, in French they say nuage, but cloud is not like something is in the cloud. It seems like something is in the cloud, but it's not in the cloud. It's in the server. This server are located everywhere in the world. When they say your information is in the cloud, it's not in the cloud. It's in the server. Okay, this is very important to know. The server is a machine. Is a very big machine, and every country, if you go to Europe or anywhere in the world, China have their clouds, they have their servers, Europe have their servers. So imagine now, this server is in, let's say, is in China. My account is located in China. My iPhone account, let's say TikTok account, and my account should be located in a server, and that server is in China. Okay, but I'm in Dakar. Imagine Dakar have a data center. Okay, close to me. That data center is much more close. Is much more here now. That data center is that data center is close to me. So my data center is here, and my account is located in this data center. So this data center will communicate each other. When you request your phone account, you only request your account. This data center will not, these servers will not see your IP address. When they analyze your IP address, they won't see the count that associated with this IP address. So what they do, they will forward it. They will forward the request to the closest IP the data center. And this data center also will look at you analyze your IP address associated with your account. If they don't find it, they will forward the request to another data center until they find your account. When they find it, um, this server will look at your IP address, your anything, the count that associated with the IP, and then return it back to you to your account. But the way I explain it, it seems like slow, but this is like this. It's very quick because it goes with lights. The fiber optic. The fiber optic work with lights. So what is light? The fiber optic, the light is the fastest thing right now. What we have so far in the nature, what we know so far, the light is the fastest thing, and the fiber optic are using the lighters to send information and receive information. That's why you can be in Dakar or any point in the world. You send an information to someone or message to someone, and he receive it immediately in few seconds. In 1 second, he receive it because this is traveling with lights, with fiber optics, with electricity. Okay, which make it faster. I know. I want to talk about more, and this is not only HTTP is only one HTTP is just helping to make a request is, but there are plenty of protocols. They are like they are FTP protocol. They are SMTP protocol. This is for the small mail transport protocol. This is file transport. This is when you want to send information. This is another protocol. This is for emails. You know, this is for the DNS. This is for the domain translations. This is for the requests. You know, this is for the request. These are different. There are thousands of protocols. Okay, there are other protocols out there, but this is the most can say the basic ones. But next time I want to speak about I want to talk about the IP addresses, which is much more important. The IP address are the bones of the internet. As you know, the internet is a wall, the wall of instructions, the wall of protocols, the wall of instructions, like in real life. Imagine you want to go to a supermarket. You take your car. You have to follow. You're going to follow instructions. Okay, you're not going to drive whenever you want. You're not going to turn. You're not going to turn whenever you want. You're not going to accelerate whenever you want, however you want. When you are in a traffic light, you have no right to stop when it's red. So when it's green, you have no stop to go when it's red. So these are protocols until you get in your destination in the supermarket. Okay, so the same thing the same thing is happening in the internet. There's a protocols, instructions. It goes with orders, rules. Huh? So your message, when you send a message, it have to go in its destination by using the IP address and the MAC address. I'm going to do a video talking about the MAC address and the IP address. These are the very important, especially the IP address. And I'm going to talk about also TCP also. TCP is the, I can say, is the brain. TCP is the internet. TCP is Transport Control Protocol. TCP IP. I'm going to talk about this in our next coming days, because this is the IP address is everything. Computers understand IP address. They don't understand links. They don't understand Google.com. They don't understand YouTube.com. They don't understand NotIT.com. They don't understand that. The only thing they understand is IP addresses. They communicate each other with IP addresses, and these IP addresses go with get help with protocols. That I just mentioned some of them. That this protocol help the IP address to find the ways to direct the routes. Okay, so hope you have a good understanding and the basic understanding of internet. And next time we're going to talk deeper talking about the IP addresses. See you next time.